Golden Radio Hour.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Why are you driving so slowly, Miller?
Sorry, sir. The traffic is unusually heavy today.
I can see that, but can't you speed it up a bit?
I wish I could, Mr. Gordon. Ever since we crossed the bridge, it's been bumper to bumper.
Well, then, try an alternate route.
This is the alternate route, sir, but it doesn't look very promising.
Oh, I'm going to be late. She doesn't like it when I'm late.
No, sir.
I better call home.
A capital idea.
It's busy again.
Yes, sir.
There's something wrong with this phone. The batteries are going haywire.
Would you like to try mine, sir?
Yes. Pass it back to me.
I'll dial if you like. What number?
You know the number. My apartment, of course. I'll give it here.
Very good, sir.
Who is she talking to?
Perhaps she's calling your office.
Or this phone isn't working either.
What did you do, sir?
Throw it out the window. Cheap plastic contraption.
But it was an excellent phone, sir. You bought it for me last week.
Then I'll buy you another one. Now get me home.
Yes, sir. May I suggest... The ice bucket is full. There's a bottle of your favorite scotch.
Not at this hour. It'd only slow me down. Have enough trouble keeping up with her as it is.
Quite.
Oh, Flora, please don't be cross with me tonight. I'll be home, dearest, I swear to you, just as soon as I can.
Of course you will, sir.
Such a lovely girl. I'm very fortunate, you know.
Most certainly.
A man of my years.
If I may say so, Mrs. Gordon is very lucky, too. I'm sure she appreciates how lucky.
Yes, I'm sure she must, but sometimes I wonder what it's like for her alone all day at her age. Poor thing.
Another
Hello, concierge? Yeah, this is Mrs. Gordon. Could you send up some chili cheese fries and a Coke? I'm starving. Just put it on the tab. Don't worry, Harmon will pay you. See, we were going out to dinner, but now I don't know if he's ever going to get here.
Picture of an unlikely lady-in-waiting and her knight in not-so-shining armor. An aging man who leads his life, as Thoreau said, in quiet desperation. Because Harmon Gordon is a slave of love, and has been, most unfortunately for him, ever since his heart was captured by a woman some 40 years his junior. And because of this, he runs when he should walk. He surrenders when simple pride dictates he should take a stand. He pines away for the lost morning of his life when he should be enjoying the evening. In short, Mr. Harmon Gordon may not know it yet, but what he seeks most desperately is a fountain of youth. And who's to say he won't find it? Because this just happens to be in the Twilight Zone.
And now, the Twilight Zone and our story, A Short Drink from a Certain Fountain, starring Adam West with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Flora, dear.
Over here, Romeo.
Oh, there you are, darling.
What happened to you?
Please accept my apologies. The traffic was backed up all the way from the office.
How come I'm not surprised? You'd be late for your own funeral.
And what did you do today? Go shopping again?
Oh, I had a ball, an absolute swinging time.
I only ask in passing, my dear, because I'm concerned.
Oh, let's see. I had breakfast, and then I had lunch, and then I fired that stupid maid, and then I waited for you. Whether you realize it or not, big boy, that routine gets old fast. Very old.
I'm truly sorry.
Well, all in all, Harmon, it was one of those days that makes you want to jump off a bridge. Earth to Harmon, do you read me?
There's still time if you care to go out.
Yeah, and do what?
Dinner at the tavern?
Whoop-de-doo.
I thought you liked the food there.
How about the Rainbow Room?
Well, I suppose if you prefer. It is awfully noisy there.
At least we could hear some music.
You want music? But I've bought you all the latest recordings.
I want live music, any kind. I don't care, as long as I can dance.
Dance?
Matter of fact, I feel like dancing right now.
You do?
Will you dance with me, Harmon?
Well, I suppose.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you've got.
Let me take off my hat and coat.
Oh, come on, loosen up. Let it move you. Feel that beat?
I'm trying, dear.
Move it, Harmon.
I'm doing my best.
What's wrong with you?
I can't keep up.
Shake your booty. Now move your arms like this.
Flora, please be more careful.
It was just a piece of glass.
It was a very old piece of glass.
Worth what, 89 cents?
Hardly. This was a Wedgwood.
Big deal. I'll buy you 6 more just like it. I'll even have the concierge gift wrap them for our anniversary. Then we can sit around and play old records. Sounds like a hot night to me. What's that tune you like? Come to the church in the wildwood? Oh, a real toe tapper.
You keep forgetting that I'm no longer a varsity end.
Were you ever?
Furthermore, if my doctor had witnessed that little burst of activity just now...
Oh, that's always your excuse.
It's not an excuse. My heart...
If you keep telling me about your heart and all your aches and pains, Harmon, I'm gonna run out and get sick.
Would you mind putting that cigarette out, dear? I've asked you not to smoke.
Why not? Bad for your heart?
You might start a serious fire.
Honey, baby, one of these fine late evenings, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Torch this whole mausoleum.
There are things here that mean a great deal to me.
Like what? That eyesore I knocked over?
It was my mother's.
Oh, spare me.
It was worth very little except for the sentimental value. That's a word you may not understand, Flora. Sentiment. It means the capacity to love.
Listen, big boy, if I don't fill the bill anymore, just say it loud and clear. In case you forgot, there are 14 flights a day to Reno, and I'd love to be on any one of them. But if I am, you're gonna pay. Big time.
Flora, darling, I am not angry. I simply wish that, well, that you'd be a little more careful and considerate.
Somebody should have wished that 5 years ago when you and I signed the papers. I knew you were old, Harmon, but I didn't know how old. You better watch yourself, honey. If you ever take me to a swinging weekend in Egypt, I might just run away with a mummy. Know what I mean?
I'll just wash up a bit and we can go out to dinner.
Oh, you do that. We'll make it your night, baby. We'll go someplace wild, like the Elks Lodge.
Flora, darling, what's happened to us?
That's it.
Flora?
I told you, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
But Flora, dear, I told you I was tired before we left.
Flora, dear, I told you I was tired. You're always tired.
It's not something I can control. These pills I take.
I didn't ask you to run the mile. I just asked you to go dancing, or to the movies, or someplace. Any place but here.
We went dancing on Monday evening. We've been to the movies twice this week. I only thought...
Thought what? That you could take my mind off what a miserable bore you are? Well, let me tell you something, honey.
I only thought that, well, just one evening, only one, We could quietly watch television or read or have a conversation. It's a fine art, you know. The two of us with no one else around, something to bring us closer together.
And you think that's all it takes? This is so like you. The Late Late Show after we have a game of chess.
That's not what I mean.
Sounds really great for senior citizens at the old folks' home. But for your information, sweetie pie, I don't have my reservation there yet. They won't let me in. I still have my own teeth.
Flora, try to be reasonable.
And don't tell me how you picked me out of a chorus line and introduced me to the finer things in life. Your idea of the finer things is to hold hands in church and listen to the organ music.
Flora, you know that isn't true.
Take my advice. Get yourself a nice glass of warm milk and curl up with an almanac. Whatever it takes to get you through the night. Because this time, it ain't me, babe.
Forgive me. I know it's late, but is Dr. Gordon still in the lab? He is? May I speak to him, please? This is his brother calling. Yes, I'll wait.
Now then, Leonard,
Yes,
which monkey would you say is dominant in this group?
I guess the largest.
Look again. The largest monkey is seated in the corner of the cage doing absolutely nothing. Doesn't seem very dominant now, does he?
You're right.
Now, notice the small one in the center of the group.
The young one?
He has the food and water to himself. No one's challenging his position.
But doesn't that go against the normal rules?
Of social organization? Not where the young are concerned. And the cause of this new hierarchy, Leonard, is the Gordon vaccine. He's been injected for 3 weeks running now. His appearance has changed, and the others can see it. They may not understand, but they respect it. They have to. They share a responsibility for his well-being.
I see. Dr. Gordon. The implications... I mean, if this process could be extended to other species, other social structures, the results would be...
Just a moment. Yes, Julie, I thought I told you no more calls.
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your brother. He asked me to ring through.
Harmon? Well, what do you know? Put him on.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Gordon.
Raymond,
Harmon, is that you?
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Are you all right? You sound a bit under the weather.
Fine. Look, Raymond, I was just wondering if you could come over this evening.
Tonight? Well, I don't know. I was just training a new assistant. How about lunch tomorrow?
I'm afraid that won't do. I know it's late, but I'd like to see you.
Why so mysterious? If it's something to do with your health...
No, everything's all right. Everything's fine. It's just that, well, I'd like to talk to you.
I see.
Raymond, please come over. I'm at my wit's end. I must talk to you.
Very well, then.
Thank you, Raymond. You don't know how much this means to me.
Relax, old boy. I'll be there as soon as I lock up.
What is it, Doctor? Nothing serious, I hope.
No, nothing serious. But if I'm not mistaken, there may be a slight problem of social organization in my own family.
Drink all right?
Perfect.
Good. That's good.
You look tired, Harmon.
Do I?
Yes, Harmon, tired and depressed. Now, do you want to tell me about it, or shall we sit here and play 20 questions for the rest of the evening?
Been pretty rushed the last week or so.
Flora asleep?
Yes, she went to bed about an hour ago. She asked to be remembered.
Oh, she'll be remembered.
I'm not sure I like the sound of that.
Merely an observation.
You know, you really ought to get to know her better, Raymond. She's really a fine girl.
Did I say otherwise, Harmon?
No, but I know you two haven't been exactly close, as a brother and sister-in-law should be.
Harmon, would you do me a favor?
Anything.
2 favors, actually. First of all, don't sell me on Flora. Don't even try. You know what I think of her. And this isn't backbiting now. This is what I've told her to her face, so I have no compunctions about saying it aloud.
Saying what?
Let me finish. I could forgive her appetites, Harmon. I could forgive the fact that she's made out of asbestos and doesn't have a heart in her body.
You're being unfair.
But I cannot forgive her for what she's done to you. She's turned you into a frightened, quaking, damned fool who dotes on her, gives into her whims, and runs after her like a poodle. That's item 1.
Raymond, please.
My second favor is simply that from now on, after you've had your battles, you not call me at odd hours of the night.
I don't do this often.
Once is often. Twice is endless. Harmon, we're very close as brothers go, don't you think so?
Yes, despite the difference in our ages.
Maybe that's why. You've always been my big brother, and you know there isn't anything in this world that I wouldn't do for you if it's in my power. But you can't expect me to run over here like a St. Bernard every time you get frozen halfway up the mountain.
You make me ashamed.
Don't be. She's a predatory little alley cat, and she's always been that way. I knew it the first time I saw her, but I can give you only so much solace, so much sympathy, and then it begins to stick in my craw. Now, what is it you want tonight? Just someone to while away the hours with you? Or is there something more specific?
The things you've been working on at the Institute.
Go on.
The cellular injections, you've been successful with them, haven't you?
Oh, no. You're out of your mind.
Desperate I am. Out of my mind, I'm assuredly not.
But you must be if you're thinking...
You've made animals younger. I've read your paper. You've injected them with your fluid, and they've become young again. Isn't that true?
Animals, indeed. Guinea pigs, white mice, hamsters.
You've been able to rejuvenate glands, organs, sometimes the entire cellular structure.
But we haven't even scratched the surface yet, Harmon. We're stumbling along in the dark.
I want you to inject me.
And I repeat, you must be out of your mind. We don't have a remote idea of what's involved here.
The research is very impressive.
All right, we've managed to rejuvenate a handful of small animals and rodents, but we're 20 years away from trying this on human beings.
Why?
Are you serious? We're dealing in the basic building blocks of life, Harmon. We don't have the remotest idea of how much damage might result in the long term. We don't know what we're doing to the basic metabolism of the body or the mind. God only knows what effect this has on the brain. Harmon, we're winging this, and we've killed as many as we've saved.
You said you'd do anything for me.
Anything within reason.
This is within reason. I'm close to the end of my rope, Raymond. I've reached a point where it really matters very little to me if I live or die.
Surely not.
I want you to test this serum on me. Short of that, I can't bear getting any older.
Aside from this pronounced death wish of yours, how would you like to spend the rest of your life? As a mutated freak? Or a blithering idiot? Or a mindless shell? This is not only possible, Harmon, it's highly probable. We couldn't control an experiment with a human being. It'd be catch as catch can.
I not only would take the risk, I'd welcome it.
The answer is no.
You don't know what you're saying?
Nor do you.
Then it's the same as a death sentence.
Exactly right. I wouldn't try experimenting on a strange bum picked up off the street, let alone my own brother.
Please?
The answer is a firm, irrevocable no.
In that case, I bid you good night, Raymond, and I thank you for coming. I trust you can let yourself out.
Where are you going?
Out onto the balcony. I'd like to be alone.
Harmon?
I said I'd like to be alone. To collect my thoughts.
Bear this in mind. As a physician, I can attest to the effects on the human body of landing on a concrete sidewalk after a 500-foot fall. It isn't pretty.
And as a man, can you attest to the effects on the human heart when a man is deeply, dedicatedly, totally in love with a woman who can't stand the sight of him, the sound of him, the look of him? Have you any idea what kind of life this is for me?
I know what kind of life it could be, and should be. You're a bright, charming, wealthy, discerning guy, and you've been warped and hammered out of shape by a flashy little piece of baggage who isn't fit to wait on your table.
Whatever she is, And whatever she isn't, she's the only thing on God's earth that I care about. Do you know what it's like to believe your life is over and then suddenly, one day, to walk into a room and feel it begin all over again, to see the sun in the sky, even though it's the dead of winter, to lie awake at night flushed with anticipation for a brand new day, because she will be there.
Don't do this to yourself.
Listen to me. This is important. It matters. Ever since I was a young man, I wished for someone who'd let me show her the world, discover it with me. Because without anyone to share it with, the world might as well be buried under 6 feet of snow. Someone who'd be there, Ray, that's all. I wouldn't ask much in return, a kind word once in a while. She still has a love of life, believe me. Only I can no longer share it with her because I'm old now, and getting older, the days run away and leave me further and further behind. And now it's too late. I beg of you, Ray, if you've ever cared for me, your brother, give me this one last chance. Give me a chance to save myself.
And if I don't?
Then you can conduct one final experiment. We'll find out who can reach the sidewalk first, a man in an elevator or a free-falling body.
Oh, my dear God. You're serious.
Good night, Raymond. I'm getting tired now.
Let me think about this. Give me an hour or two. Will you be up?
Are you coming back?
I have to think first. Tell me you'll wait to hear from me. Give me your word.
All right. But don't be long. Soon now I'll need to rest. Would you like me to sit down?
Yes. Roll up your sleeve.
Easily done. I want to thank you for coming back.
Don't thank me yet. I have to swab your arm. You'll feel a slight sting. There.
That's it?
That's it.
All of it?
It doesn't take much. A few cc's.
And I may expect what?
You may expect a miracle, but it's unlikely you'll get it. I want you to go to bed. Don't go to work tomorrow. Tell Flora you're taking the day off. I'll be back first thing in the morning. I'm keeping a very close check on you for the next few days.
And when might I expect some change?
Usually within 6 hours. That's when the first physical changes occur. As to mental changes, none of the rats or guinea pigs have articulated to us the exact feeling.
I'll be the first.
You'll be the first. Making the assumption, of course, that you'll be alive.
Oh, I'll be alive, all right. Do you want to know something? I shall not only survive, I'm going to become young again. I feel it. I sense it.
I wonder if she has any idea what she's wrought. Even the thinnest suspicion.
Don't blame her. It was my decision.
I make a promise to you, brother, that if you don't survive, or if you're damaged in any way, I'm going to take it out of her skin, piece by piece. She's going to donate a pint of blood for everyone she's bled out of you. This is no medical hypothesis, it's an oath.
Relax, will you? I'm fine.
Go to bed now, Harmon. I'll see you in the morning.
That you, Harmon?
Yes, Flora. Go back to sleep.
What are you doing in front of the mirror?
Just looking at myself, dear.
Well, don't do that. You'll have a nightmare. Time to call it a day, lover boy. Or are you going to stay up all night?
I like the sound of that. Up all night. You know, I just might...
Don't take all the covers when you get in bed. I'm trying to sleep.
Of course you are, Flora. Pleasant dreams.
I'm coming.
Morning, Flora.
Why, if it isn't the quack himself? What do you want?
Where's Harmon?
He was last seen pounding a pillow. Some fun if you ask me.
Is he all right?
What is this, ESP or something?
I asked you a question. How is he?
He's okay. Boring, but okay.
I went to see him.
Then walk right in that room over there and blow a bugle. Maybe that'll get him going.
He needs his sleep. I'll wait for him to get up.
You do that. Take off your stethoscope and make yourself at home.
You haven't talked to him this morning?
I haven't talked to anyone. Not until you started pounding on the door. Do you know what time it is?
What about last night? Did you talk to him last night?
What difference does it make? He never has more than 2 words to say.
But he sounded lucid to you?
Look, Pally, I'm not the night nurse. I think you're in the wrong ward. Besides that, you bore me almost as much as Harmon.
Now listen to me, you little...
Get your hands off of me, Frankenstein.
Harmon, how do you feel?
I'm not sure.
Harmon, how do you feel? Poor little... Harmon? Is that you?
Harmon, take your hands away from your face.
Let's open the curtains and throw some light on the subject.
Your face?
What's wrong with it?
Look at your reflection in the window glass.
Oh, well, what do you know? Incredible what a good night's sleep will do for a man, isn't it? Absolutely incredible.
Harmon, what's happened to you? To the bags under your eyes, the lines. Are you wearing makeup or something?
Makeup? No makeup, my dear. Just a few hours of sound, refreshing sleep.
You look different.
Do I?
You look wonderful. You look so young. What have you done to yourself?
Ask my brother over there.
Don't ask his brother. His brother doesn't know. How do you feel, Harmon?
How do I feel? Like $10 million, tax-free. That's how I feel. You know what I'm going to do for you, Ray? I'm going to let you take me on a tour. They can write you up in all the medical journals.
That won't be necessary.
But first, you'll have to give me 4 weeks. Flora and I are going to take a little ocean trip. Would you like that, my dear?
Oh, an ocean trip? Oh, you bunny rabbit, you. Oh, Harmon. Darling, when do we go?
I've given it some thought. I think we ought to check out whatever sails tonight. Unless you'd rather fly.
Honey, baby, I am flying. Boat, plane, who cares? Oh, I don't know what's happened to you, but I'll clue you, Big Daddy. I don't even care. Whatever it is, I like it. I like it very much. Mm-hmm.
I don't think you'd better plan on any trips, at least for a while yet.
Oh, blow it out your black bag. I'm going to get fixed up for you, honey. Don't go away. I'll be right back.
Where do you want to go? Australia, Fiji, the Hawaiian Islands? Where?
You name it, honey, and I'm there.
I'm serious, Harmon. You can't go running off. Not now.
Just look at it. My reflection in the glass.
Please, sit down.
No, wait. What? I don't believe it. I'm still changing. My hair is black again, jet black. And what's this? A little mustache, and it's black, too. I want Flora to see it.
Not just yet.
But this is astounding. I haven't worn a mustache
since you were 30 years old, which is precisely the age you look now, at least at this moment.
This is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm getting younger, every 20 minutes? When I woke up this morning, I looked 45. Now I look 30. If I keep going at this rate, I may get drafted again. That is... what's the matter? Don't you get it?
That's just it. I do. If you keep going at this rate, I think we're in deep trouble.
Raymond, this is beyond conception. You can't imagine what it's like. I feel light all over. I can breathe again. No fatigue, no heavy, dull tiredness. I feel as if I've been lugging a case of concrete on my back and somebody just cut it away.
Let me see your face.
I don't know whether you realize this or not, but you've just altered not only my face, but the face of mankind. You've written a whole new chapter in medical history.
I said, show me your face.
Where's my mustache? What's going on?
I wish I knew. But more than that, I wish I knew when it would stop. Or if it will.
Why don't I make us some coffee now and we can... Harmon, you've changed again.
I know. I'm even younger.
Oh, what's going on? What is going on here?
Raymond, it's starting again. I feel it. I feel it happening inside. I still feel it.
You'd better get back to bed.
Yes, I think I will. I think I'll go back to bed now.
Harmon, I want you to tell me what's going on. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Let me go, please.
What's happening to you? Your robe, it's too big. Why, Harmon? Take your hands away from your face. You've got to tell me what...
No, Flora.
Oh, no!
Let him alone, Flora. Let him have some privacy.
Well, are you going to tell me now?
Sit down, Flora.
What is it? What's happened?
I've been working on a research project.
What kind of project?
A cellular serum. Up until last night, I had only tested it on animals. Harmon insisted I try it on him.
What does it do?
As far as I can tell, it stops the body's aging process. Beyond that, it will, in some cases, rejuvenate cells and tissues. In layman's terms, it might make a person younger.
Younger?
Let me have one of those cigarettes, will you?
How much younger?
We were never able to ascertain how much once the serum took effect or how long the process would take. But now, I believe we know.
I don't understand.
I suppose there are variables to consider, but in the case of Harmon, the process took approximately 10 hours.
You mean it's over?
That's right. The changes have finally stopped.
I want to see him.
You shall, but you're not to wake him. He's in shock, and this sleep is precisely what he needs.
I want to see him right now.
Do you? Suddenly so solicitous. Very touching.
Don't you try to stop me.
Flora, as of right now, as of this very moment, you'll have some adjustments to make.
What are you talking about? I want to see Harmon.
From this point onward, you'll have to readjust your entire life.
This is some kind of trick. I want to see my husband.
Look at me and listen.
Let me go.
Harmon is sleeping, but when he wakes up, he's going to need your help.
Help? What kind of help? Let me see him.
I'll let you see him, but I think you'd best get oriented first.
I don't need anything from you.
Are you beginning to understand?
What is that in there?
The ground rules have changed. The world no longer begins and ends with Flora. It isn't just Flora's wishes, Flora's temperament, Flora's capacity for anger, Flora's needs. Now it's something else. Something very different. Take a good, long look.
I don't want to.
That's very nice, but you have no choice. You've got a responsibility and you're going to honor it. You're going to take care of Harmon now. He's going to need you rather desperately. Now look at what's sleeping in your bed. There, little fellow. Go back to sleep. The world isn't such a bad place. You'll see. Oh, Flora, if you're leaving, my dear, make note of the fact that the clothes you have on are all that you take with you.
You're out of your mind. If you think I'm going to spend the rest of my life taking care of that grubby, thumb-sucking little baby in there...
That's precisely what you're going to do. Short of that, Flora, my dear, you leave the premises as you came, unadorned. The furs, the jewelry, and everything else my brother gave you, that remains here.
You can't make me stay here, and neither can he. There's other fish in this ocean, mister.
Indeed there are, but you're not married to them. You happen to be married to my brother.
That's crazy.
Not crazy, Flora. Bizarre, perhaps, but very much a fact. And if I find out that he's left alone with maids, governesses, nurses, you're going to find yourself back on the chorus line.
What?
Do you understand, Flora? He's to get attention now, the attention he deserves. I don't mean intermittent, sporadic moments between nightclubs and beauty parlors. I mean morning till night.
Won't he grow?
Yes. As of right now, he will grow. A little bit older each day, just as any little boy.
It isn't fair.
Isn't it? The two poles of life where respect is most needed, but it's the second one that's often shortchanged. You'll experience the process together. He'll be growing older, and so will you, until you're both truly old. A little poetic justice, don't you think? That now you should finally have to drink from the same cup, that you should have to watch his youth encroach on your age, and the most anguished part of it, and the most illogical, is that youth always defeats age and then despises it for losing, never realizing, my dear, never giving it a thought, that when tomorrow comes, there's always someone younger just outside the door, waiting to come in, forever waiting to come in.
But everything's on his side now.
You see, my dear, as one gets older, see how wise they get.
Shh. Harmon Gordon is sleeping. He's taking a little nap. He'll wake up soon and impatiently demand a lollipop or a stuffed toy or some other form of attention. Youth is like that. It demands. If you don't believe it, ask Flora. Ask her any day of the ensuing weeks of her life as she takes notes during the coming years and realizes that the worm has turned. The oppressed has become the persecutor, and youth has taken over. It's simply the way the calendar crumbles in the Twilight Zone.
Hi, this is Carl Amari, producer of the Twilight Zone radio dramas. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our official website at twilightzoneradio.com, where you'll get the latest news and information on these Twilight Zone radio dramas. Plus, at twilightzoneradio.com, you can digitally download 3 free episodes or any of our episodes for only $1.95 each. In this age of ever-changing technology, we've decided to make these episodes instantly available to you by making the Twilight Zone radio dramas a digital download-only series. This means that this series will no longer be offered on CD. The CD collections at our website are now being offered while supplies last at buy one, get one free. So be sure to get your favorites before they're sold out. Be sure to visit us often, and I'll see you in the zone.
A Short Drink from a Certain Fountain, starring Adam West, with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and based on a script by Rod Serling from an idea by Lou Holtz. Heard in the cast were Meg Thalken, Christian Stolte, Doug James, and Lynn Foley. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to obtain audio cassettes and CDs of these programs, visit our website at twilightzoneradio.com. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari and Roger Wolski for Falcon Picture Group. Doug James speaking. Black Leather Jackets, starring Marshall Ullman, with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and written for the Twilight Zone by Earl Hamner Jr. Heard in the cast were Elizabeth Lido, Jason Bradley, Christian Stolte, Doug James, Fernette Lebo, Jeff Lupetin, Roger Mueller, Meg Thalken, Vince Amari, Alex Sopener, Carl Amari, Kurt Nabig, and Jason Mallow. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to obtain audio cassettes and CDs of these programs, visit our website at twilightzoneradio.com. The producers of The Twilight Zone wish to thank CBS Enterprises, Carol Serling, Dennis Etchison, Dick Brescia Associates, Claire Simon Casting, Terry Jennings, XM Satellite Radio, the American Forces Radio and Television Service, Sirius Satellite Radio, our sponsors, and our radio affiliates for helping make this series possible. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari and Roger Wolski for Falcon Picture Group. Doug James speaking.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Why here?
Looks like a good place.
For what?
Information.
They won't know anything.
Maybe they will.
Hey, Steve's right. Look at all the trucks parked out front.
I say we wait till we come to a town.
Last sign said 35 miles.
Let's go in.
This is Nowheresville.
That's what we want, Freddy, isn't it?
We need to fit in, disappear. If we draw attention...
I checked the map. It's mostly small towns.
You think they won't notice us? They'll know we're not from...
I said, let's go.
Hiya, boys. Sit anywhere you like. Got some seats at the counter.
Thanks.
3 cold ones?
Sure.
Fine by me.
How's your water?
That all you want, Blue Eyes?
I just wondered how your water supply is.
Pure as can be. Down the mountain and over the dam. 1 double shot of H2O coming up. And, 2 long necks.
Make it 3.
That's more like it, honey.
Any, towns around here?
You bet. Stay on the highway and you'll hit Fairview. Lots of bikers stop at the motel just inside the city limits.
Fairview. Nice place, is it?
Oh, it's okay. Kind of quiet. Shops, schools, not much to do.
Sounds just right.
Yeah? You boys looking to settle down?
We might.
No kidding. Well, what do you know? Saw your choppers out there. Figured you were just passing through.
Hey, they have houses to rent in Fairview?
He means pads.
Cribs.
Some place to crash.
Well, I couldn't say, but you could ask.
Where?
There's an office on Main, R.C. Jones Real Estate. Park your choppers down the street, though. Don't want to give them a heart attack.
We'll remember that.
Here's from a bill, Franny.
Sure thing. Coffee, burger, and a Coke.
How you keep the change? For your tip.
Why, thank you kindly, George. You come back and see me on your next run now.
You know it, doll.
You boys need menus? I got a burger basket special with fries.
No thanks.
Sure? Strong young fellas like you.
We don't eat.
He means we already ate.
What?
That's it. We scarfed. This morning, we really chowed down. You dig?
Oh, I dig you loud and clear, Daddy-O. Say, where are you from, anyway?
Not around here.
Come on, let's go.
Right.
You got it, Steve. I mean, Big Daddy.
Hey, you didn't touch your beers.
That's okay. We're not thirsty. Here you are.
Hold on.
Something wrong?
This ain't all for me.
Isn't it enough?
It's too much. Here, let me give you some change.
Keep it.
Yeah, for your tip.
Is that cool?
Well, now that's mighty generous. You boys come back and see me now, anytime.
2 specials, Fran. Table 4.
Sure.
Those boys stiff you?
No, Harry, that's just it. They gave me $23 and And 17 cents for 3 beers.
Maybe they're from another country.
Maybe so, Harry. But wherever it is, must be a long, long way from here.
Three strangers on motorcycles dressed in black. We call them Steve and Scott and Fred, though their names aren't important. They look a bit dangerous, but in truth they're just passing through, at least for now. They're on their way to a small town with tree-lined streets and white picket fences. A quiet town in the Midwest. But take a look in the eyes of these young men, and you'll see something deeply mysterious. Because they are most definitely not from around here. The truth is, they have arrived to lead us all into the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone and our story, Black Leather Jackets, starring Marshall Ullman, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Well, this must be the place.
Amanda Drive. That's what Jones said. The old Anderson's house.
Knock on the door and tell them we're here. I'll open the truck.
Don't look like anyone lives here. The for rent sign's still up.
That's because they're just moving in. Probably going to meet us.
What if they don't show?
Well, we wait an hour, put it in storage, cost them extra. Go on, knock.
Okay. Nobody here.
Give it another try.
Locked up tight as a drum.
Well, looky here. A couple of creeps messing around our property.
You the guys that live here?
We ain't the fuzz, that's for sure.
Got your stuff in the back. Open the door and we'll move it in.
Hey, careful with the big cases. They're fragile.
Whatever you say, pal.
Somebody got the key to the house.
Watch your feet, bozo. You're walking all over my grass. I might want to smoke it later. Get it? Grass? Smoke?
I still need the key.
Well, we don't.
Yeah, we don't need no stinking keys.
Scotty?
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Done.
Hey, how'd you do that? He didn't even touch the doorknob. He just stared at it.
Quit, John, and start humping boxes.
But it was locked. I tried it myself.
Ain't you got any furniture? Chairs, rugs, stuff like that?
I said move. Now.
Yeah, move it.
Okay, Mac.
Yeah, creep. Make like a leaf and shake it.
Come on, boys. We got work to do.
Martha?
Yes, dear.
Here's that movie you wanted to see.
Be right there.
What in the...
Something wrong with the TV?
I don't know.
Do you have it on the right channel?
It's not the set. All the lights went dim for a second.
Did they? I thought it was just the kitchen.
It was the whole house. Anything still running in there, the dishwasher?
No, the dishes are all put away.
There it goes again.
Maybe it's the antenna wire.
I doubt it.
It slipped loose once before.
That's easy enough to check.
What do you see?
It looks all right to me.
Then what do you suppose?
Martha, come over here.
See something?
The roof next door. There, against the moon.
What is that?
Looks like some kind of electrical device. Well, that wasn't there this morning, was it?
No, the Andersons didn't leave anything. Must be something those men put up.
Right, the three who moved in. Wouldn't that be just our luck?
What?
Not only are they motorcycle-riding hoods, they're ham radio operators.
Is that bad?
You don't know what it does to TV reception. I have a good mind to go over there.
Honey, please.
Daddy?
What is it, Ellen?
I'm not sure, I had my radio on while I was studying, and all of a sudden it began picking up these weird voices.
What did I tell you? Ham operators.
What's that?
We can go without television for one night. Tomorrow we'll find out what's to be done about it.
First thing I'm going to do is see if they have a license.
For what?
Do you think you ought to? Those young men look so unfriendly.
You mean the ones who moved in next door? Does anybody know their names?
No, but I'll find out.
I think 2 of them are brothers.
Odd types to have in this neighborhood. They don't really fit in somehow.
The other one has blue eyes.
How do you know?
They were unloading the truck when I came home from school. Lots of boxes.
Electrical equipment, probably.
And these long silver metal things like giant tanks or capsules or something.
You stay away from them, young lady.
You make it sound like an order.
It is.
But you don't even know them.
Your father's just concerned for your safety, dear. Go upstairs and finish your homework.
I'm not going to wait till morning. I'm going over there right now.
Stu.
Hello? Anybody here?
Yeah? What's it to you?
Hello there. I'm Stu Tillman from next door.
No kidding.
Been having a little trouble with my electricity, flickering off and on. You boys wouldn't be ham radio operators by any chance, would you? What's so funny?
Big Daddy here wants to know what's so funny.
Yeah, ain't that a crack up?
Who are you boys, anyway?
We're monsters, Daddy-o.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, we got a lease on the place. That okay with you?
Where did you come from?
From outer space. Woo!
Take us to your leader.
All right. Now listen. I don't have to stand here and listen.
Hey, watch your step, Daddy-o. It's pretty dark in here.
Hey.
Yeah, you might trip and fall.
Yeah, you might trip and fall
What
and
are you
hit your
doing?
head.
What are you doing?
Hey, you better keep it cool, mister.
He'll disintegrate you with his ray gun.
Take your hands off of me.
Ah, look at him go.
Stop it.
Hey, this cat can really dance.
A real cool cat.
Yeah, move it.
I said let go of me.
Go, Daddy, go.
Not to worry. Spaceman won't hurt Earth creature.
Earth creature. Crazy man.
Real crazy.
All right. I'm calling the police. Then I'm calling my lawyer.
No, you're not. That would be uncool.
Definitely.
Just you watch. You're some kind of hoodlums.
Cool it.
The police probably have warrants for your arrest. They'll be very interested to know where you are.
I told you to cool it.
Stay away from me.
Look in my eyes.
You're gonna be plenty sorry for this. Just wait till I...
Forget it.
What?
Forget everything. There. Feel better now?
Yes. Better.
Stu? Stu, I was worried. Did something happen?
Martha?
What happened over there?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Those men next door, did they do something to you?
No.
But you were going to talk to them about the television interference.
Oh, that.
Well, did you find out anything?
It's not them. They're nice boys. 3 very nice boys. Definitely.
Morning, Mom. Gotta go.
Oh, no, not till you have your breakfast.
But I'll miss the bus.
Then you'll just have to walk. The exercise will do you good.
I can't walk in these shoes. Here, I'm eating my toast, see?
And your juice.
Where's Dad?
He decided to sleep in. I think he's coming down with something.
Well, kiss him for me. Bye.
Not so fast, young lady. I've got some scrambled eggs here. That girl.
Hey, wait for me! Oh, darn you anyway.
Hey, trouble?
You see that bus?
Yes. I mean, yeah. I checked it out. What gives?
Drove off right in front of me. It's a game with them. They just love to make people suffer.
Why would they do that?
Beats me.
Definitely, uncool.
Just thank your lucky stars you don't have to depend on buses to get around.
Stars are lucky?
It's just an expression.
I understand a great deal about constellations. That is, the nature of galactic structure. But as to...
Huh?
I mean, I dig stars the most. They're really cool. So, they're lucky? That's a gas.
So are you.
What do you mean?
One minute you talk like a professor, and the next minute you sound like a... What did they call them? Beatnik or something.
Thanks. You're a real cool chick.
There you go again. Well, why do you try to talk that way? Sounds like you've been watching too many old movies.
I have? I mean, I have. Before I came here, I made a study of popular culture. Music, motion pictures, satellite television.
You're a trip, you know that?
Trip, meaning to travel to another destination. Yeah, I believe I understand. You need a ride?
Well, you aren't going past the school by any chance, are you?
I could.
With me on the back of your motorcycle?
Why not? It can carry 2 passengers. That would definitely be cool.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Come on, little lady. Hold tight. Tightly, I mean. Uptight. Out of sight. Here we go.
Just look at that.
What is it?
She's on the back of his motorcycle, our daughter.
Come away from the window.
I told her to keep away from them.
She missed her bus and he offered her a ride, Stu. I'm sure that's all there is to it.
I could have given her a ride.
But you're not a handsome young man in a leather jacket, dear.
Here!
What?
You can stop here.
I don't see any school.
It's on the other side of the park.
Then why are we
You
stopping?
got me here so early I thought I'd walk. The park's so pretty in the morning.
How much time do you have?
My watch says 8:30. Class isn't until 9.
Oh.
Would you like to take a walk?
Sure.
That bench over there is my special place. We could sit for a while if you want.
Okay.
It's nice here, isn't it?
I guess.
I sit here sometimes and think. Try to figure things out.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. For one thing, did you know you've lived next door to me for over a month and you've never even said hello?
Hello.
My name's Ellen, by the way.
I'm Scott.
Hi, Scott. So, where are you from?
Why do you ask?
I just mean, where did you live before?
It's hard to describe. A long way from here.
What city?
I doubt that you've ever heard of it.
Could be. Geography is one of my worst subjects. Did you graduate already?
Graduate?
Have you finished school?
Yes. 10 years ago.
10 years? You're not that old.
I'm older than you think. My people don't show their age.
My family's the same way. My grandmother lived to be 90, and you'd have taken her for 60 right up to the day she died.
That's beautiful.
It is, isn't it? She was such a sweet, happy person.
Not that. I mean, your hair.
My hair?
The way the sun's shining through it. I've never seen anything so beautiful.
Now you're putting me on.
Putting on?
Teasing me? Don't you know that? What old movies have you been watching?
I don't know. I like the Wild one. It's our favorite.
Never heard of that one.
May I touch it? Your hair. It's like gold.
Thank you. I'd better be getting to school.
Already?
It's getting late.
No, it's not.
How do you know?
Look at your watch.
You're right. It says it's still 8:30. How can that be? Has it stopped?
No. See? Time is relative. It can slow down or even stand still.
It can?
Hey, take the long way. So we can talk some more.
All right. Tell me more about yourself.
Okay. But only if you walk on this side of me.
Why?
So I could see the sun shining through your hair.
It's time.
I know that.
Where is he?
He got delayed. He'll be here.
I'm not interested in excuses. Neither is the controller.
We could try to pick up his image with the eye.
Don't try. Do it.
There he is, on the screen.
Looks like he's walking in a park with a human female. Has he no sense of time?
What do we do?
Proceed without him.
We can't. The controller told us.
It's my responsibility. I'll make the decision.
Sir.
Reporting in, sir.
Be at ease. Where's your brother?
We can no longer trust him.
What has he done?
He's formed an attachment for one of the beings here.
What sort of attachment?
I'm not sure yet. A kind of alliance. He's with a young human in spite of our orders.
Continue without him.
I'm sure he's on his way now.
I said continue.
We have been in touch with all units.
Good. The second wave has landed successfully and are now concealed as planned. With the arrival of the third wave, we will be in key positions throughout the continent.
Excellent.
The locals, are they suspicious?
Not a bit, sir. They're a stupid race, exactly as our research told us. An inferior breed given to hatred, cruelty, making war, and killing one another because of greed.
The universe can well do without them. You will receive your instructions for the final move in a few Earth days.
Very well, sir.
I'll tell brother as soon as he gets here.
No time for that. We have to bring him in, now.
Ellen? Are you warm enough?
Yes. It's a beautiful night.
You can pull the blanket over your legs if you like.
I'm fine, really. Just lying here, looking at the stars.
The constellations are very strange here. Not as I was taught them.
Scott, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You won't get mad?
I couldn't get mad at you.
Well, where did you come from? Really?
Does it matter?
I suppose it doesn't, but you're so different from anybody I've ever known.
Is that bad?
No, not really. Tell me the truth. You're an exchange student, aren't you? At the college, from some place you'd rather not talk about.
Only in a manner of speaking. Ellen, you like me, don't you?
You know that.
Very much?
Very much. Except when you do your Marlon Brando impersonation.
What do you want, roses or something? Come on, I thought I did a pretty good job. We studied your motion pictures.
That's just it. You must have looked at nothing but old movies. People don't talk like that anymore.
Well, what about the clothing?
Oh, don't go changing that. Your leather jacket is way cool.
At least we got something right, huh?
You got a lot right. Trust me.
Ellen, do you know the word love?
Of course, silly. Everybody does. What an odd question.
What's odd about it?
I mean, bringing it up at a time like this. Why would you?
No reason.
Oh.
It's just a word that's all over your newspapers, and your magazines, your music, your television. We encountered it all the time.
We? Who is we?
That's not important. This is a planet filled with hate, Ellen. Hate, violence, mistrust, bigotry. I don't know how someone like you survived this long.
Me? I'm no different from most people.
I haven't seen a report on anyone like you.
A report? Scott, you talk in riddles. Sometimes you make me feel like an insect under a microscope.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Please, I'd like to go home.
Why?
You've been lying to me.
You're wrong.
Don't make it any worse. I don't know why or what it is you're trying to hide, but I know you're not what you seem.
And what if I'm not? Do you think you're in any position to judge me? Any of you?
I said I want to go home.
I'm truly sorry, Ellen. You can believe that or not. I guess I expected too much.
Where have you been?
I told you, I was riding around.
Every day for the last 5 or 6 days? Yesterday when I sent you to the ship for food? Or last night when you were supposed to be on guard? You think I don't know? I've had the eye on you every minute.
If you know, then why are you asking me?
I told them before we came you were too young. You'd lose your head, run into situations you couldn't handle. There's too much at stake.
I've done no harm.
Haven't told her a thing yet, huh?
No.
Well, now you won't have the chance. We're too close to finishing this mission.
Yeah, well, you better go to the control room. Your master's calling.
You're a master, too, and don't forget it. From here on out, you're just along for the ride. You're not a good enough risk.
The controller.
I heard.
Report.
Bacteria Unit 59 reporting in. The test has been an unqualified success.
Good. Unit 70 through 100 have reported the same result. What is your time estimate?
30 minutes to the reservoir. Approximately 24 hours for the bacteria to multiply to saturation.
How soon before you see results?
Within 30 hours, we should witness 50% fatalities. I estimate a total of 48 hours before total extermination.
Have you coordinated with other units in your area?
We have.
And the result?
There are 29 bacteria units near the water supplies in this state.
We should reach complete contamination of the population within 2 days.
Very well. Begin Operation Invasion, Phase 2, at once.
Yes, sir. At once.
Oh. The time has come?
Ah, brother. You've decided to do your duty.
It's not what I was told would happen.
Of course it is.
Not this way. A portion of the population was to be saved. For study, if nothing else.
The controller's word is final.
Yeah? Well, not if I can help it.
Where are you going?
We've got to stop him.
Doesn't matter now. He's too late to stop it.
Who's down there?
Come down.
Now?
I've got to talk to you.
It's late.
This is important.
All right.
Brother! You're there in the bushes! I can see you!
Back to the house and wait, Scott. You're making a mistake. These people aren't worth it.
Scott, what's going on?
Ellen, you've got to get away from here.
What is it?
You're in danger.
I don't understand.
Something terrible is going to happen here. Many people are going to die. I want you to go away as far as possible. I can take you where you'll be safe.
You're frightening me, Scott. Please. What do you mean? What's going to happen?
I can't tell you that. And it wouldn't matter if I did. Look, we've got to leave right now.
Are you trying to scare me into running away with you?
Ellen, listen to me. In 24 hours, every man, woman, child, cat, dog, anything else alive is going to be dead.
Don't, please.
No, not just in this town. All over your country. All over your world.
My world? It's your world too?
No, it's not.
What do you mean? Scott, who are you?
Look up. We came from out there, Ellen. From beyond those stars. There are thousands of us here on Earth right now. Our people, we need room. We're gonna set up colonies here.
I don't believe you.
We've had bacteria units in every country on this planet for months. They have enough to poison the drinking water of the entire world's population.
Scott, I'm going to walk with you over to your house.
No, it's too late.
Even if it is, I think we'd better wake your friends and let them get you to a doctor.
No, you don't understand. You haven't seen, okay? The leader, the controller speaks to us from a giant television screen. All we ever see is his head. A metallic mask with slits for eyes, a nose, a mouth, but no lips. And his voice, that's...
Scott, I love you, but you're not well. You're... Oh, Scott.
Ellen! Ellen! Ellen!
All right, Ellen, what's this all about?
Oh, Daddy, I don't know what to do.
You can start by telling me what went on out there.
He woke me, throwing stones at my window. He said he had to see me. Daddy, I think he's lost his mind. He's never been this way before. Tonight, he was almost raving.
Exactly what did he say?
Crazy things. That he's some kind of spaceman, and they're taking over the Earth, and we're all going to die.
Poor boy. We'd better get him help.
Ellen? Why aren't you in bed? Stu?
Hold it. I'll explain everything.
Sheriff's Station? Deputy Harper?
Let me speak to the sheriff, please.
Sheriff Farley's on vacation. Sir, can I help you?
My name is Stuart Tillman. I live at 11575 Amanda Drive.
Yes, Mr. Tillman.
There's a mentally disturbed boy living next door.
That right?
And before he does any harm to himself or anyone else, I think he ought to be picked up.
Honey, what's happened?
Oh, Mother.
There now.
What makes you think he's mentally disturbed?
He's been scaring my daughter with some kind of man from Mars story. Claims he's part of an invasion force that's going to take over the world or some such nonsense.
All right, Mr. Tillman, let's you stay right where you are. We'll take it from here. In fact, I know exactly what to do. Definitely. Hey, Rich? Yeah? Yeah, we got control on Amanda Drive. Sure do. We'll be right there, Mr. Tillman.
Thank you.
Are the police coming?
Yes, in a few minutes.
That's good. Now, will somebody please tell me what's wrong?
Sure, in a minute. Only
what?
I wonder what he meant by control.
Yes.
Please, sir.
This is an unauthorized transmission.
No, sir, I beg you to listen to me.
You may speak.
What we're doing is wrong.
You question my judgment?
No, we should save these creatures, not exterminate them. It's true. They murder and hurt one another and are subject to unreasonable hate and prejudice, but the murderers, the cruel ones, are the brutes found in any race. These people have capacity for love. I know it.
Our research disproves that. They are a world of angry, frightened people.
No, I tell you. I have lived among them. They learn love from their God, and they teach it to their children. There is more of love than hate here. There's no need to kill them.
It's too late.
Not if you order the plan to stop.
For you, a defector, a traitor to your own kind.
No, I'm not.
You are a traitor. This transmission is ended.
Here they are now.
Are you sure this is necessary?
Yes.
Please, Daddy, tell them not to hurt him.
Mr. Tillman? No, I'm Deputy Sheriff Harper. This is Deputy Miller.
Evening, sir.
Come in, please.
Now, what about this neighbor boy?
Tell him, Ellen.
I don't know where to start.
All right, your father said he was mentally ill. What made you think that?
Ellen, please listen to me. There's no more time.
Scott, I'm sorry. I didn't know what else to do.
No. Come on in, son. Just tell me all about it.
Don't listen to him. He's one of us. He's part of the advanced units.
No, come on, calm down. What kind of unit was that?
No, get out, Ellen. Run as fast as you can. It's too late for me. It's coming. It's almost here.
Oh, Scott, you're only making it worse.
Who are they? What have you done?
Now, they told me you were ill, son, so I took the necessary precautions. These men are from the hospital.
Now, just stand right there.
Stay away from me!
We're gonna put this around you so you don't hurt yourself.
Don't touch me!
No, not a straitjacket.
It's for his own good.
Got him. Get us leather jacket off first. Get it
Easy
off.
now, boy.
No!
Oh, don't fight it, son. That'll only make it more difficult.
No! You don't understand. I'm begging you. Listen to me, please. No. Please, no.
You'll see that he gets help.
Don't worry, folks. We'll take good care of him. And someday, I'm sure he'll thank you. You have a good evening now.
They left his leather jacket. Can I keep it for him until he gets out?
I don't see why not, honey. It might be a while, though.
Oh, Mom. What am I going to do?
There's nothing you can do, sweetheart. Except pray. It's for the best, you'll see. Now, come and sit down. I'll get you a glass of water.
Portrait of an American family on the eve of an invasion from outer space. Of course, we know it's only fiction. And yet, you might think twice when you drink your next glass of water. Be sure it's 100% pure and not imported directly from the Twilight Zone.
We'll return to the Twilight Zone in just a moment.
You are about to enter another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind, a journey into a wondrous land of imagination. Next stop, the Twilight Zone. Hi, this is Stacy Keach. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our Twilight Zone website at twilightzoneradio.com. At twilightzoneradio.com, you'll find the latest information on these Twilight Zone radio dramas, including behind-the-scenes photographs, plus the newest product releases, trivia contests, ways to contact us, other Twilight Zone-related info and merchandise, plus links to other fascinating websites. So make your next stop twilightzoneradio.com.
Visit twilightzoneradio.com to purchase these Twilight Zone radio dramas on cassette and CD, or call toll-free 1-866-989-ZONE. That's 1-866-989-9663.
Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe.